Hey, what is up, guys? I'm so excited because it's our very first episode of Hey B.
All right, so annoying.
We need to work on that.
Do we?
We'll work on it. It'll improve.
Okay, so I know right now you're hearing a lot of voices and you don't know who the fuck we are or who's saying what. So we're going to start it really slow, smooth, and sexy, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to start from my left. Can you please introduce yourself and we'll work our way down, okay? There's 6 of us right now.
Yeah, I know. Like, what level of introduction? Is it just like
your name for one? We can go with your name and
Beau's?
Okay. Okay, so we got Beau's. Next to Beau's, we got...
Hey, it's Gina.
Okay, and then the person talking to you with the sexiest voice right now is myself, Gio, next to me.
I'm Nikki Limo. Hi.
Yeah.
Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see all of our faces.
Yeah, and then I just sound completely stupid.
So come to the channel.
Yeah.
I'm Tiffany. Nice to meet you.
And then the last person.
Not the least, though.
Definitely not the least.
Definitely not.
Definitely.
Just
Damn.
kidding. I love
Jessica.
Oh, you go by Jessica.
Jessica. That's
You can call me Jess, but
I feel like
We
that's
all call you
sexier.
Jess.
yeah, just say Jess. Yeah, I
So-
like Jess.
So we want to scratch the whole Jessica thing, and we're just going to do...
Well, Jessica's when I'm like really feeling myself.
Yeah.
Oh!
Like Jessica Rabbit.
But most of the time, I'm just Jess.
That's her Sasha Fierce.
I like
Oh,
that.
shit. Okay,
I
so
like
I'm
that.
calling you Jessica from now on.
Am I in trouble name?
Jessica.
Nicole is like, oh God, am I in trouble?
Okay. So for those of you that know who we are, hi, and thanks for supporting. Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch.
But for those of you that don't know who we are literally a group of friends. Like, we are legit friends.
Yeah.
Not just pretend.
No, we're not just...
Literally.
I'm talking like group chat at 4 a.m. friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
literally, like, send our nudes to each other and say, can I send this? Type
Yeah.
That's how this started,
Absolutely.
actually. We were in a group chat on Instagram called Hostbase. And we found out that, like, through sharing our different stories about different topics, like, one person would bring up a topic and then a bunch of people would put their input
For example, give me an example.
let's say dick size.
Okay.
Yeah, so like someone would be like, "Hey, I'm dating this guy. Is this too small?" I guess
Yeah.
only one person.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely been some dick pics
Yeah,
in
there's
there.
been a lot of, and also,
this big
can
or
I
is
just
this
say,
small?
it's like a total application process because
yeah.
like one day I'm on set at JK and I heard Gio talking about this group and I was like, oh, Gio, can I get an invite? And she's like, oh yeah, we'll talk. And then 2 days later,
I'm very protective of my circle, okay?
Yeah,
I
but-
love my girls, and I'm like, I'm trying to protect from all evil.
Yeah, because the shit that goes down in that chat, like we can't just be letting it.
Okay, I know we're being super vague. Okay, so we'll talk like what Nikki was saying about like the dick size, right? So we'll go into this dick conversation and all of us start chiming in and we're like very supportive. And then like 10 minutes later, someone comes in and is like, dude, I fucking had the biggest fight with my man right now. Like, we're just on the rocks. Like, what's gonna happen? And then we all start like giving all this personal information of like, dude, you know,
things that worked for us.
yeah, 3 years ago, like, I caught him like looking at porn or whatever night that we just cried and oh my God, me too. And then it goes right back to, oh my God, look at this guy's fucking fine as fuck.
And then it also goes into like one person will come in and be like, guys, I have like this job, blah blah blah. I'm like super nervous about it, what I do, and we're giving like business advice and shit.
that's
like
a
that
thing.
too.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's like
a
we
thing.
have everything in there, and that's what basically I think this podcast is going to be.
Yeah, we
We're
feel
gonna go-
really supported, and I feel like we were all missing that. So
Yeah.
bringing it to a podcast, I'm sure there's so many people out there right now that feel like they don't have that yet. So we're gonna be that for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are your older sister, your mentor, your
tias.
your tias. Yeah. We're gonna be
Yeah.
all of that
Titas.
for you.
Your tita's
much.
right.
And you don't got to be a girl to listen to this. We got some guy advice too. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be your big sister too.
And your side chicks.
Or if you're
And
a
your
guy,
side chicks and your wing women. We're gonna be your wing women. Yeah.
like
like
if you're
that.
a dude that's like, I wonder what girls actually think. We're just gonna give it to you raw.
Yes.
Like,
Okay, I do,
that's the only way I like to do it.
Raw dogging.
I do want to go back to, I do want to go back into the solo talk real quick. And we'll start again. I hate going in order like this, but I'm going to do it just for the sake of simplicity.
I don't want to go first.
Okay, Jess, you're going to go first.
Origin story. Origin story.
Okay, you're going to talk about what you did before you came into the space, the podcast space. So you're going to talk about where you were, what brought you into YouTube that led you into this.
Okay, how many minutes should I try to?
I don't know.
maybe
If you're
I should've
talking
gone
too much,
first.
If I'm talking too much, just give me a look.
yeah,
play
if
the
you're talking
music.
too much, I'm gonna go
Play the music and be like,
wrap it up. Yeah.
Okay, let's
That's
see.
a good song. I like that song.
Like the Grammy song, you're talking too much, get off the stage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the fucking mic out of your side.
Okay, let's see. Where do I start? So I started before I did YouTube. I was an accountant.
Where?
In San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
I was actually an auditor. I've been an auditor for like 4 years or something. So I got my master's and I went that route, business route. Okay, too boring.
Oh no, I'm like,
bring
you
it
are
in.
master.
I thought that was the wrap it up sign.
Girl, I thought you had an associate. You have a like, bitch, what do I look like? Oh my god, like you have an associate. I'm just kidding.
She's got brains, beauty,
I look
and
like
a
I
booty.
have.
She didn't go to
a
college.
Oh my.
I look like I didn't finish my associates, right?
That should be on a t-shirt for you. Brains, beauty, and a booty.
Oh, but a lot of people are like, I guess for a white girl she has booty, but not enough for like
booty?
the
No,
general
girl, you
population.
got
No,
a
you got ass.
booty.
She got a booty. It's the white girl with the booty. It's a booty.
Woody. I like it.
You remember
Okay.
that song? That's a good song. There's
Woody?
a song called.
There was a
Woody.
song?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I
Look it
didn't
up.
know.
I'm not gonna sing it because
You did work at Hooters.
I did.
Oh, yeah. She's a Hooters girl. That's right.
I was a Hooters girl.
So
in
were you
college.
going to Hooters while getting your master's?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're like that stripper story.
Yes.
dope.
Except I still have a dad, so
Oh my god.
I couldn't go all the way. But
Okay,
So
so
have a
you get.
dad don't mean you can't have daddy.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I have zero daddy issues.
Nikki doesn't want to feel excluded.
I got you, Nikki. We're good.
Okay, so you get your master's. You're working as an auditor.
Yeah, and then over time, I just realized it was boring as fuck. It wasn't what I.
How long did you do it
expected.
for?
It was about 4 years.
Oh, okay.
So I went from being like a staff into a senior. Like I got promoted. I was making more money. It was all good, but it was like, is this really my life? It was pretty boring.
Damn, she got a master.
Oh,
I know. It makes her sexier, right?
Right?
Turning Beau's on.
Big girl job.
you want to meet up later, Beau?
Go under the table.
Can we fuck while you hug your diploma? or your degree? That would be great.
It's
Like,
so basic though to have a master's in business. Come on, y'all. You're giving me
it's a
too much
master's.
Oh
credit.
yeah, real
Yeah,
basic.
anyone could do that.
I don't. We all have it. Okay.
And then so I met Joe online.
JK, from
Instagram-
Just Kidding.
From Just Kidding Films, yeah, on Instagram, and we started dating long distance.
Can I say what you told them? The line that he tells us that you
Okay,
told him.
I'll say it.
Okay.
Because he likes to make it as if it was the first thing I fucking told him.
Yeah, I was
we
like,
were-
damn, she's a down ass bitch. You guys have
we
to hear this.
were talking for like a month, just texting back and forth, and then eventually I was kind of like trying to get him to come see me. And so I said some line about, you can come to Texas. We've got, some barbecue and we can fuck or something. Yeah.
meat and fuck. It's what guys like. It's what guys
It's
like.
like double meat. Yeah.
Wait, who slid into whose DMs first?
So I was following him on Instagram as like a fan, I guess. And then I
What a
remember
star fucker.
Oh my god. See guys, dreams do
I
come
wasn't
true.
even into Asian guys at all, so it wasn't even on my radar.
How are we gonna start with the come up story? Like the greatest come up story of all time.
Right?
Oh my
Yo,
god.
so you're telling me that if I send enough nudes to Michael B. Jordan, it might work.
I didn't send any nudes.
Fuck. Okay, let me
Did
just
you just
copy what
comment
you
on his
said.
photos a lot?
No,
Just
I
butt
didn't
pics,
even
guys.
comment a lot.
Just butt.
Who DM'd who first then?
So Joe, I think I probably commented like once or twice.
So you did.
She slid in it.
Commented on his
You know what
posts,
you're
like
doing.
as a public figure. No, I was not even attracted to Joe.
Oh.
Yeah,
Seriously?
I could see that.
What happened then?
I've seen
So
Joe.
he slid it. So he slid into the
addicted.
DMs asking about my dog Maddie because she kind of looks like a Shiba, but she's like huge. So she's not a Shiba, but he's like, "Is that a Shiba?" And I'm like, "No." And then we just kept talking.
How did
So he
you
was
feel when you
stalking your
saw?
profile?
How did you feel when you saw Joe Jitsukawa sent you a message on Instagram?
Well, it said JoJo at the time.
JoJo, yeah.
I was like,
Overdose.
"Oh shit, this is a YouTuber that I've seen like." That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, "Oh my god, I want to fuck him."
yeah.
Okay,
I wasn't into him like that yet. I fell for his personality. Okay.
that's
I love this.
We've seen Joe. We know. we know.
Yeah.
I'm just.
He's like a Bobby.
I love Joe.
2.0, yeah.
Okay, so after that,
Then yeah, so we dated for a year, and then he just kind of inspired me to be like, well, my life's not over, and if I'm not happy with the job I'm doing, I can take a break from it. I can come back to it in the future. I can just quit it forever. And then, I was gonna re-sign my lease in Austin, and he was like, how about you just come out to LA? So like, I decided to just fuck all of it and move here.
That's amazing.
So I did
Grown-ass
that.
bitch.
Yeah, it's been hard though, because it's definitely a super transition, and like I never wanted to be in entertainment.
But you have a master's. I feel like you can do like anything.
Yeah.
Beau's
still
I
have a
can't
master's.
do
It's
kinda
I'm
like
so
a master's is kind of like
hard.
Tic Tacs at this point. It doesn't even matter. Like in the
It's
real
something,
world,
girl. At
in
least
the
you
real
have
world,
a Tic Tac.
I
Shit.
guess, yeah.
My breath over here stinking.
You tell a guy you got
I
a
did a
master's and no student loans, and
No,
you
I
already
got
got a
student
ring on
loans,
your
honey.
finger.
I got student loans.
We don't have to tell them.
No, we successful. We don't got debts.
I'm gonna be doing this ad read later, so you guys pay good attention to it.
She's
Help the
gonna
girl
read
pay
it
her
like
loans.
a college graduate.
Okay, so then, so he persuades you to move in with him, and then what happens? How did you end up in YouTube?
Well, he's a YouTuber, and I wasn't working anymore because I just said fuck it to my job and my career, and then so I just started showing up, like vlogging with him, and then eventually he just had me like show up for some JK Film stuff. But yeah, it's been a slow burn on the whole entertainment thing.
Because I know that you're still like kind of holding back a little bit, trying to figure out if you want to. And then
Yeah.
this is the year that you started.
Yeah, I was like, well, I guess I'm here. Like, I've been in LA for like 4 years now, and I haven't really tried at all. I've just been like, I guess I'll show up, and then I'm on set, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. I'm scared, and then so I don't really push myself into the whole being seen thing. So I don't know. I like privacy, and I'm scared of like being in front of the camera, but I'm getting better.
But you're literally on a podcast now.
I know.
So
I don't know
did
how
that
I even
happen?
got here. Like, how did I get here? I don't know. I'm just here.
What was the point where you're like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna do it and I'm gonna commit to it?
I think it was around New Year's this year or like December last year. I was kind of like, I'm just going to give it 100% this year. And if it still doesn't feel like it's going in a great direction, then I can just go back to my career or like try something else. Because I just felt like I was in a kind of in a middle zone, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm not really trying. So I'm not really getting anywhere, not seeing any results from any direction. So I was like, well, I got to just push 100%.
That's really rad though, because you have the luxury of having both sides. Like if you really wanted to go back to corporate 9 to 5, you have that master's degree that Beau's loves so much.
Yeah.
And if you decide to go, and if you decide to go in entertainment, you have like the whole crew here that you can work off of too. So you have the luxury of both sides. So it's really awesome.
It is a good place to be. And I think I wasn't appreciating my situation enough. So I decided to try to appreciate it a little bit more and like jump in a little bit harder.
That's powerful, bitch.
Yeah, I felt
Beau's
that.
in love with you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hard eyes.
Tiff,
Yes.
how about you?
Me, before YouTube, I was working at a hospital, so like completely different. I had gone to a like technical school thing, so I was working with surgical instruments, not really with patients. But
Why did you go into that field before you even go into that?
So I was a single mom, and I needed to figure out how to have a career really quickly and just get my life put together for my son. And so that was the easiest, quickest thing I could do.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I ended up I think I worked at the hospital maybe about 4 or 5 years. And so during that time is when I met Casey, and then I met JK, because Casey was like directing the skits that JK was filming. And yeah, while I was dating him, everyone was just like, come on, we need another girl for the skit. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm so camera shy. I'm like this squeaky little mouse. Like I can't even project my voice at all.
And you had braces and glasses.
I did, yeah. I had braces at 21,
Big
like
nerd.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was just like,
I had them at 15,
Michelle.
by the way.
Okay,
No,
I
wait,
might have to
no,
get
I had them at
headgear,
12.
So let's
Headgear?
Me too.
Didn't I tell y'all?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Do you see this overbite? Yeah, like
I had an overbite, yeah.
like either I have to get braces at my age or like headgear for 12 hours a day. I will.
Oh, yours was
Damn.
bad. I wore mine at night only.
You said
Gina,
you're
I'm
about to,
talking about right now.
yeah, she's
right
about
now?
to get it.
Wait, you about to get headgear now?
Possibly, yes.
Yo, if you send your man a nude with headgear on, I will pay
will.
you so much
Dude,
fucking
I will
money.
send you a nude with a headgear on because I'm gonna own that shit. Sorry, but would you rather get braces at my age or headgear for 6 months, 12 hours a day?
Braces.
But like, you can wear it at night to
Metal
sleep, maybe.
braces for 2 years?
Oh, you can
Yeah.
wear it at home. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Why don't you
Okay, I'd rather do
Invisalign that shit?
I'd rather do that.
It's an overbite.
It's an overbite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
fucking-
sorry, Tiff.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Y'all-
Okay.
damn.
All right. Well, before we even start on that,
Yeah.
we're going to take a quick commercial break. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, wait, I already said hey. All right, so special thanks to Third Love for sponsoring this video. For those of you ladies that can't find your perfect bra, Third Love is the bra for you. Let me tell you, I never knew how to buy a bra. Like, I didn't have anyone guide me through the bra buying process. I had like A cups, but I was wearing a C cup, and like this shit was just like floating.
You had dreams. You had dreams.
I don't know why I thought that fit, and then like it gave me like mini peaks, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then I'd bend over, and you can see like everything.
gap.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't know anything, and then I go and fuck it all up even more, and I go to Victoria's Secret, and then what am I talking about? I go and I fuck it up even more by getting breast augmentation, and now I really don't know what my bra size is. So I have like 13 different bras, and I literally like one might fit me okay. Like my boobs are spilling all over the place. I'm actually asymmetrical is what I found out. So
Most people are.
This bitch got crooked too.
yeah, I do. You see, I'm not perfect after all. All right.
God is fair.
God is fair.
Third Love is tight because you go on their website and then you take this 30-second like questionnaire, and it's just all pictures. So they go, okay, what do your boobs kind of look like? And then you're looking at all these boobs. They're drawn, so they're not like real live boobs.
Porn boobs.
Yeah. So you're looking at it and you're like, oh, I think mine kind of look like this. And I'm like, okay, well, how do you want, like, where are your problem areas in your boobs? And for me, I'm like, well, my tits are always spilling out, and like it's always hurting my shoulders. And then after 30 seconds, they find you your perfect bra, and I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. This is not perfect. So I go, I check out, I buy it. They end up recommending their t-shirt bra. I get it. I'm literally wearing that bra right now.
I'm wearing a Third Love bra right now too.
Are you
and
really?
It's the best bra ever.
It literally,
It looks amazing on your.
yeah, like you
tits
can't
look
see any
amazing.
bra lines. My
it's
boobs aren't.
comfortable.
It is. It's not spilling over. You don't see nipplage. I absolutely love it. They have a lot of in-between sizes too, so you're gonna find the perfect fit. This was a company made by a woman, so I mean, who knows a woman's body better than a woman? But
It doesn't give you that back fat thing too. You know, that's what I always had a problem with was with the band giving you like a back fat bulge. It doesn't do that, and also the straps don't like dig into your freaking
like it has
shoulder.
this like little ridgy
That's
thing.
cute.
Yeah, it's really cute.
And then, ladies, if you're concerned from a man's point of view, I give those breasts 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, well, I mean these are bought, but thank you. Yeah, thank you. So for all our listeners, Third Love knows that there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they are offering our listeners 15% off your order. So go to thirdlove.com/BTCH now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase.
That's thirdlove.com/BTCH for 15% off today.
Yes.
15.
All right, and we are back. So Tiff,
Yes.
take it away.
Yeah, so just working with JK, it was a really, really hard thing for me to do because I was definitely in my shell. Like I just did not want to be seen at all. But yeah, it kind of really forced me to just say, suck it the fuck up and be in this fucking skit and try to project your voice when you're on news and all that stuff. So yeah, it eventually led to me now hosting JK News.
You've come a long way, girl.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah.
Both of you not wanting to be in entertainment and like ending up in entertainment, that's crazy.
When
Yeah,
most
that's
people
a
are like
huge-
clamoring
that's a
to be in
huge
entertainment, and
transition.
we're just like, no. But we're still here, bitches.
But it's huge for someone that's not a like natural performer that doesn't
Yeah.
like has never had that instinct to go and become a performer. That's like a huge step.
Yeah, it really is.
Definitely. You know, it's funny. I don't ever see myself as an entertainer or performer. I'm just here and I'm just being me. And there just so happens to be a camera. Now I've learned to forget that there's a camera.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, it was the hardest thing ever. I'm like, oh my God, there's a scary lens staring at me. And there's like thousands of people behind
demon
there.
red light that's watching you.
Yeah, and it's just scary. So I just try not to even think about it, or else I'm really gonna get into my head. But yeah, and then and so like Casey and I, we started our own family channel with my son Isaac.
Yeah, plug it. What is it? What's it called?
Yeah, it's called Tiff and Case.
Okay.
And we mainly now just tend to travel vlog. We don't really do a lot of at-home stuff, but every year we're like, we gotta get some more out there. Like we don't really play the YouTube game because same as Casey, he's never really wanted to be in front of the camera either, and somehow we ended up in front of the camera, and so we're just kind of like, we gotta just make the best out of it. And yeah, so we're just trying to push it through. And But I'm so glad that I met Casey and I met JK because it's led to like the greatest group of friends I've ever had in my life. It's not even just friends, it's like family.
Swallowed spit. Sorry. And then
I thought you were laughing at her at such a fucking sweet
I
moment.
swallowed spit, and then like I was trying to cover it up, and it just made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Rose, we're sorry she doesn't have a master's. God.
Wait, you don't have a master's?
Bose, you just made me so self-conscious right now. I'm like,
She was going through such a.
I'm really showing my heart in this
Dude, oh
moment.
God, if that's on YouTube, y'all are gonna see like this moment of panic where I'm like, I'm so sorry. Dude, what happened?
I was saying.
She was fucking building up to the sweetest moment of the entire podcast. And you fucked it up.
You laughed at the funniest part. Beautiful. She was like saying, "This is the best group of friends," and then both of you like,
Swallow spit. When I don't talk for a while, I just start salivating. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, now it all makes sense.
All right, you and Casey have this channel. You're building this.
Nah, girl, I was talking about you.
She was talking about us being a family.
Oh shit!
And you really was.
Through the whole
Listen,
fucking praise
I
of
was
us.
choking for a long
thought-
time.
I need compliments, you bitch.
I thought Bose was
Yeah, I was about to get praised for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
Dad.
Wait, we were on Nikki?
No, so I was saying, I was in the middle of saying how like I'm so glad I met Casey and JK and everyone because it led me to the most amazing group of friends that are family.
More.
than
I need more praise. Yeah, I love
No,
love-
seriously.
love-
No, this is serious shit. This is serious shit.
No, for real. But you know, it's funny. We were picking stuff for the decorations here in the set. So if you're watching on YouTube, you know what I'm talking about. And I picked this tiny little teal frame thing that says in Spanish, "Los amigos son la familia que se escoge."
Don't translate it. Fuck these girls at
Hey, I know what that
them.
means.
Says something
I know
about
what it
family.
means now. Yeah, something about my family is
My
stabbing me in the
friend
back.
is
Friends are my family.
That you get to choose. They told me yesterday.
Wait, what is it?
So friends are the family that you get to choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
and
like
so that's pretty much me in a nutshell how I feel about this group.
In your favorite color too.
Exactly, and it's in gold too. So teal and gold. But yeah, so it's
very beautiful.
I love where I'm at in my life because of the things that I've been through. It's really led me to a really positive place. So
Hell yeah.
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 All right.
Fucking love
See,
you,
we need
man.
those cry glasses.
Fuck yeah. I brought my cry glasses.
But they're see through.
Everyone's gonna see you.
All right, fuck. I fucked up. You don't know what the cry glasses? I just found out about them. Wait and
have them
watch
next
the next episode where we explain the cry glass. What the fuck?
Hello.
Cry glasses. Okay, racist. It's cry glasses, not
Welcome to our
cry
first
glasses.
podcast.
Fuck, man. Way to make me feel
Fly
weird.
glasses.
Way to put her in fly glasses.
The cry glasses.
Fly lights.
Just got back
fly
from
glasses.
Japan. Sorry.
The cry glasses. All right.
Whenever we want to cry, we go put some glasses.
No. Wait
Okay.
for the next spot. We're gonna
Spoilers.
No, you guys have to stick around. Yeah, stick around. We have to, and we're gonna pop out a titty on the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to watch
One
on
tit
YouTube.
each. One tit each.
All right, so Nikki, I know a lot about you, but not that
Tell
much.
it.
So I'm
Tell it, Gio.
So I'm excited to hear
Tell 'em.
what you got to say because you're like fucking everywhere all the time. So tell me about yourself.
I think
Yeah.
the one important thing is you guys need to know that she got a fat ass. Oh, we're gonna start with that.
fattest.
I think
We're gonna
everyone
start.
here.
I was
start with that.
born with a fat ass. I was born ass first. I was 90% ass.
The doctor was like later. While it was coming out.
He did.
And instead of crying, she was like, "Don't look at my butt. Don't look at my butt."
Stop, don't.
Yeah, so I guess opposite of you guys, I always was an entertainer. Like I started acting when I was 8 or 9, and I like booked commercials and was doing like child modeling and that kind of stuff. And I always wanted to be an actor. I moved to LA in like 2008, and was
From
just,
where?
from Santa Barbara, so not that far. Before that, I was just commuting from Santa Barbara to audition in LA.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I was just auditioning and being an actor and working as a waitress to pay the bills, and basically treated like my acting studio as college because I dropped out of college, which my parents were really pissed about because I had a full scholarship.
No shit.
And you could have had a master.
I
What?
had a full
Did you finish college?
No, I had a full scholarship.
College was like, suck my dick, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Damn, it was too thirsty.
Yeah. So I found like a conservatory and like a coach that had like celebrity clients and just like use that as my college, because I feel like college should be to prepare you for whatever career you're going to be. And then I didn't find that at the college that I was at. Like, they don't have good acting coaches at a freaking college. So, and unless you're going to NYU or something like that. But I wasn't. So I came here, I was doing acting, and I was not making a living at it, but I would book roles here and there. I was also doing stand-up comedy, and I was working my ass off in my acting classes. And then got into YouTube because I needed a demo reel. And at that time, it was like people did not have like high quality equipment. Like it was really shitty to try to do a demo reel by yourself.
Like a webcam?
So yeah, but I didn't audition. I submitted for this one channel that was just starting out. They had 2 videos up, but their video quality was really, really good. They had like HD cameras and everything was like, you know, looking legit. And that channel was totally sketch, and they just needed a girl. And like, you know, there's a lot of lack of girls in the comedy sketch
That's
scene.
actually how I first saw you.
Oh,
I used to watch Totally
so
Sketch.
funny.
Yeah. You remember when I first met you,
old
I was
school.
like so fangirl.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, wow.
that's cute.
Yeah, she did say that when I was first on JK News. She was like, I used to watch Totally Sketch.
Oh,
I didn't know who you were.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were either, Gio.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Dicks on the table.
Yeah, I got to show that mine's bigger.
You know what's funny is that back in 2012, 3 years into YouTube already on Totally Sketch. Oh, and I was on this channel, Totally Sketch, but I didn't really do anything on my own channel. So I was just an actor on someone else's channel. But during that time when I was trying to launch my own channel, I was at Full Screen, and they gave me a list of people to collab with, and JK Films was on that list.
You would have been so awesome.
And so was David So Comedy. I looked at that list the other day. I found like old notes.
And you're like, fuck these weird channels.
2012.
You're like, no one's heard of these
so
people.
shy, actually. I didn't feel worthy because I was like, I don't really have anything to give them. I don't have like a channel that's like poppin'. But I could act, but I didn't know that was like a valuable thing. Like I didn't know if I had known you guys needed a girl.
I probably wouldn't have been here.
Oh shit! And so I met my husband through Totally Sketch. He was one of the regular cast members. There was 5 of us, and we were like the regular players on there. But we were both in serious relationships, and we were friends for like 4 years, just like on camera together. And like we played boyfriend and girlfriend before, but we were never like, it wasn't like that. We're both super loyal. So I got to see how he was in a relationship, and he got to see how I was in a relationship. And then we both got dumped at like the same time. And so then we were just like crying together basically. And
In a 69 position.
they were crying together. Yeah. And then we started dating. So that now we're married. And that was like all from YouTube. And both of us found JK. I mean, I guess you guys reached out to me through Taryn Southern, and I did a couple JK News episodes. And then like a year later, you guys saw my husband Steve at Tim's roast. Yeah, because I talked so good. I talked about him a lot in Ask the Feels in like JK News episodes, but you guys had never met him. Yeah. And then he did a roast for Tim Delgado, and then you guys had him on, and the rest is history. So
they're family now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I always wanted to be in front of camera, but I never thought it would be like this, like where I'm a personality. We look into the camera. You're not playing a character. I never really thought it would be that. That was something I really had to get used to. That was not natural to like pick up a camera and look at it. It's like crazy. Complete opposite of acting training.
Yeah.
Usually you hold it and make someone else look at it.
That's not how it works in acting school.
Wait, what do you mean? Like pick it up like this? You mean like a selfie?
What? Like vlogging? Girl.
Oh.
It's because she doesn't have a master's.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't have.
Are you high?
No.
Is your coughing all over the fucking place?
There's gonna be a clip of me just hitting a vape on the side.
Well, she thinks that I've been talking about being a cinematographer the whole time.
Oh
what
my
the fuck
God.
is going on, Bose? What's in that head? Did you get a master's?
Dude, I did not. I don't even have an associate. I do have an associate. I just haven't been able to do anything with it.
Yeah, that's like a peasant degree.
Okay.
Everyone that just got theirs, literally that just
Peasants.
this month, you still suck.
Yeah, that's okay. Y'all doubled down on it. That's good. Yeah, that's right. We're all peasants.
I didn't get any degrees, but I chose not to. Mic drop. Just Gio, you go.
Oh, okay, my turn. So if you haven't put the pieces of the puzzle together, JK has kind of like funneled all of us and just kind of like brought us all together. So same story. I didn't want to be an actor. I didn't want to be in entertainment. That wasn't anything that was on my radar. The closest I got to wanting to be an actor was wanting to be a model. On TV for like America's Next Top Model, but that wasn't because I wanted to be a model. It was just because I wanted to get out of my house.
You would be such a good model.
so
Like
good.
I want to
So
see you
good.
going down that Victoria's Secret stage, just fucking stomping, like tits all out. Like I want to see that shit so bad.
Yeah, that was like the closest I got to it. I did get into like the final round, but then like at that point you had to go to New York or some shit. I can't remember. It was years ago. And my parents were like, "Fuck no, you're not doing that. Like you're not
Damn.
like you're not like
Dream crushers.
yeah, you're not low quality females, so you're not doing that shit."
You
So
could have been there.
I did the traditional route. I got
she's
my
here.
I got my bachelor's. What? Yeah, which is way better than so I got my bachelor's in
Step
business.
above peasant.
Yeah, a little bit, but I'm fucking waving. I got it in marketing. I ended up in finance. Like Jess was saying, it was the fucking worst time of my life. My life was just like so predictable. It was just mundane, and I'm like, fuck, this sucks. Money was good. I was living on my own, but it was just the shittiest shit ever. I meet Bart, who owns JK Films or Just Kidding Films, and at that time, it was just nothing. It was just like, I think they probably had like 20,000 subscribers, and at that time, it's like pretty decent because it's like what 09, and then they needed girls and they needed help to like kind of revamp the channel. And I'm like, well, I know some stuff in marketing. Like I do know some Photoshop, and that's kind of how I started jumping into it more. And the more I saw, the passion and just the message that they had of like unifying like minorities, and for them it was like Asian. But for me, I was just like seeing it as like, oh shit, minorities doing dope shit. Like that's tight. Like that speaks to me. I like almost immediately quit my job, and luckily at that time I had like 10K saved. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care if I don't know where this food's coming from. I mean, yeah, my next meal's coming from, or if I can even make rent, but I'm gonna do it. I was like the poorest that I've ever been at that point.
I think that's a common thread
But
that we all like. We're like,
broke.
fuck it, let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
yeah, I was
I got laid off my waitressing job, and I was like, I don't want to get another waitressing job. Like, fuck it.
fuck it.
And she just straight up left Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
You
that's
left a whole
ballsy
ass state,
bitches.
dude.
I pieced out. Yeah.
Leap and the net will catch you.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes
No,
you
it would-
splat.
It would no.
Oh, damn.
So be careful. Be very fearful. And
Don't
careful.
do it.
Don't do it.
Just have a horrible life. Yeah, I was living off of that, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm so happy. Like, this is fun, and I just stuck with it. Yeah, and then so all these other channels started happening through JK. So it started off JK Films, which is a sketch channel, and then from that it stemmed to like Just Kidding Party, which at the time was like a BTS channel, and then it turned into like a game channel, and then from there came JK News, where we started bringing in more guests and stuff, and then I met these girls. Well, I met you before all of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, through JK News, like we started getting closer, and I just saw how bold and independent and how different we all were, but in our differences, we were all very similar in that like, we just didn't give a shit about how the outside world perceived us. And I'm like, oh my God, I fucking love this. Like I love this group of girls because I just come across females that just don't speak to me. Not that they're like, I don't like them or whatever. Like I'm not that girl that's like, I don't like other girls. It's more like, I mean, I think I offended that girl. Like that girl fucking hates me now because I'm too
Your
crass
face.
or I cuss
It's your
too
face.
much. Yeah, I have RBF. I get it.
You're also like 7 feet tall and super intimidating.
Yeah, you're like super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
shit! What else am I?
Well, actually, no, dead ass right now. I was telling my boy this in the car this morning because he met like everyone here.
Not me.
I was like, you know what? There's something wrong. I was like, Gio is hot. She's got a great body. She's a businesswoman. She's a mother. She's like, you've got
yeah, I'm a mom.
like everything, the whole package. And I was like, something about her is crazy.
There's
gotta
according
be
to
some-
Gina, I have fucked up thumbs.
There's no way.
Oh, there's
you
a
are
fuck ton wrong
the
with me.
Whole package.
There's a fuck ton.
That's what I did when I first met Gio. I was like, this bitch is perfect in
Yeah.
every way.
Yep.
Both.
There
Yep.
has to be
She doesn't
something
have a
wrong.
master's.
Dude, well, that took it from like 120 to like 119. Like
0.5.
You're checking off too many boxes here, Gio.
But
No, I'm not. You are. You're checking them off. I'm not doing shit.
like I was saying the other day, like for the first few weeks when I met Gio, I was like, "There's got to be something wrong with this bitch because God is fair." I know.
That's
Oh, there's a fuck. I have a leaky butthole.
It's her thumbs, by the way. It's her thumbs.
She has Megan
hate
Fox thumbs.
showers.
Toe thumbs.
Yeah, I hate taking showers.
I saw the thumbs. I was like, "Fuck yeah, there is a God."
Yeah. I have big. Yeah, there's a fuck ton. Anyway, yeah. So then, just kind of being around their personality and their energy, just like made me be just more confident and just be more open. And I'm like, dude, we got to do this. We got to do something together. Like we would dominate. So here we are.
Yeah.
And that's how hey, bitch. All right, Gina.
Before we move on, let's talk about HoneyBook, our sponsor here that I've been using a lot lately because I'm an irresponsible bitch. HoneyBook is great for creative people who, like me, you like doing the creative side, but you hate like the tedious logistics, like invoices, emails, and clients, scheduling and stuff
Collecting
like that.
cash.
Collecting cash.
invoice.
Well, I like to
Yeah.
count my cash, but I don't like collecting it and bookings and contracts and stuff. That's been me. That's my issue with starting a business. Like I've always had the idea, but I just suck at doing all the little boring things. Well, HoneyBook does that all in one place, and you can also incorporate your QuickBooks and Google Suite and MailChimp too in one place because a bitch gets lost on her computer. Okay.
Awesome. Not that you get lost, but that this does everything for you.
Yeah, and that's what I need because I'm so unorganized. So if you're like me and you're unorganized, unlike Gio, she has everything spread out for her. But me and Beau's probably need this a lot.
Oh, sorry, ladies. Picture this: you're in the coffee shop with your cute little MacBook, and you've got your like latte, and you're there on HoneyBook, just doing all your business, knocking everything out in 45 minutes. Now on to the next part. No, seriously, like it's so cute though. It's so cute. You knock everything out, just go get Wi-Fi somewhere. Boom, you're done for the day. On to creative projects.
In one place, so you don't have to open a ton of tabs all the time.
Yes. Also, it's freaking cute. I'm sorry, but like I love bougie looking stuff, and I just it's the whole package.
Yeah, and right now for our viewers, HoneyBook is giving you guys 50% off for the
50.
first
50?
year.
50%.
For the
a
first
whole
year?
Wow.
50%.
year.
This
You
ain't a
have
game.
nothing to lose.
So just use our promo code BTCH for 50% off your first year.
Cut out the manager. Do it yourself for 50% off.
Dude, and payment is flexible, and this promotion applies whether you pay monthly or annually. That's amazing.
So make sure you guys go to honeybook.com and use our code BTCH for 50% off your first year. Get paid faster and work smarter with honeybook.com and with our promo code, of course. That's BTCH without the I.
All right, and we're back. Gina,
Gina.
Hey.
give it to me, girl.
Gina.
All right, so it started in the summer of 1989. I was born on a Tuesday afternoon.
Wrap it up, Gina.
Wrap it up.
So when I was little, I've always known that I've always wanted to be in entertainment. When I was 4, I saw Cindy Crawford in a magazine. I decided that I want to be a model.
At 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, I want to be a model. I asked my aunt actually. I was like, what is she? Who is that? She goes, oh, that's a model. And I asked her what it was. And she told me like models stand around, look pretty, and get paid for it. I was like, fuck yeah.
Cha-ching.
Out of high school, I decided that I never actually want to have to wake up early to work for anyone. I didn't like the whole 9 to 5. I wanted to kind of pursue my own thing. College was never my thing. I never did a single day in college. So straight out of high school, I started working at restaurants. I was a waitress. I had like 3 jobs at the time. And then at 18 years old, I became a go-go dancer in LA. So I was a go-go dancer for about 7 years. And it went from like go-go dancing at the big nightclubs in LA to I got scouted and I danced for like the biggest festivals.
I still can't picture you listening to music and yet alone fucking dancing.
She never sees me listening
I've
to
seen
music.
video of you. You were good.
Did you? These videos?
I want to
Old
video.
ass videos. I don't know where I saw them on social media, but I was like, damn, Gina.
I've never seen you dance.
Go-go queen.
I can't imagine you dancing.
Some of the guys have seen because they filmed in a club while I was go-go dancing.
I was there.
Yeah.
That's
So I
true.
was
I did
dancing.
see that. I don't remember.
So I go-go danced for like the biggest festivals. I did Insomniac events. So I did like EDC and all that. And I was in love. I was living like the wild 20s life, you know?
What is that like? I
Like
didn't
go-go
have that.
dancing.
I didn't have that either.
I want to live through you
I
right
was
now.
a cat lady all my life.
So instead of like the college dorm studying for finals life, I was go-go dancing at nightclubs. I was waitressing at bars and stuff like that. And I was modeling on the side, and I was basically like, it was good at sometimes, but there were times when I was like dirt poor.
Yeah.
That's why I worked 3 jobs and I danced at night, you know? For those of you who don't know, go-go dancing is not stripping. We're atmosphere dancers at nightclubs.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't
Yeah, like the
strip.
girls in the box that just keep moving.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
night.
yeah.
They don't take their
Okay.
clothes off. Yeah.
But it was like
They should though.
They should. Gina should.
I would have gotten paid a lot more if I did. But I remember having to figure out which bill to pay first, and you know, so I can eat, you know. And then I remember having to hit up the clubs like, hey, can you guys book me this week, because you know times are kind of hard right now. I need to pay for my bills, because I was living on my own since I was like 19. I moved out, and around 21 years old was when there was a guy that I met when I was go-go dancing at EDC. He was one of the character models there. His name was Yoshi Sidarso. He hit me up after EDC, and he was like, hey, we're shooting a miniseries, like a romance miniseries on YouTube, but our lead girl dropped out last minute. I met you at EDC. You seemed kind of cool. Do you want to try it out? And this is like, I've done like little small local commercials here and there before. So I was like, I mean, I guess it'll be fun and kind of learn.
What's a local commercial and what was it that you did?
Like
Like it just sounds really funny.
like a commercial for like eyelash extensions, or I was a model for like those massage therapy instructional videos.
Oh my god, I can imagine them right now, and they're hella Vietnamese.
And it's not a porno?
And they were Vietnamese. I modeled for like Vietnamese magazines.
Yeah.
I was a pageant girl. I did like a lot of Vietnamese community stuff that was on the Vietnamese TV channels, right? So I was kind of used to being in front of the camera already. And so I told Yoshi, I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it. So we shot the series, and on one day of shooting, they brought in Joe and Bart from JK as like a cameo. And I don't know, were you there, Gio? No, she wasn't
I
there.
think you just got your boobs is what I remember.
Yeah, I had just gotten my boobs done.
What
Like
they told me.
Yeah, 2 months before. So I wasn't even able to lift anything. So if we had to like shoot anything, I'm like, sorry guys, I can't lift it. So that's when I met Bart and Joe. And the series itself ended up not ever happening. I don't know what happened internally. But I think I got a call from Gio a while later. She's like, hey, you don't know me, but I'm Gio from JK. And the guy said they met you and they got your information. We need a hot Asian girl with big boobs for a video.
Pitched it like that?
Yes.
What a fucking loser.
So I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess I can do that. And then I don't remember what video it was for. But at that time also was when David So first moved to LA. And David and I actually have a mutual, my brother was his friend in school, so we became friends on Facebook. And I introduced David to that crew. And then eventually David met you guys somehow. I don't remember how.
At a San Diego Film Festival.
Yeah. So I already was like, so David had me in one of his videos already, and then JK brought me in, and then somehow we all became one big family. And then I started getting hit up more by JK, like, hey, we need you for this and that. And then eventually I got invited to JK News, and I became a guest on JK News. And at the same time, I was trying to get my YouTube up and running, but it was weird for me too. Like, I don't think my life is that interesting. So
Bro,
why?
you go danced. You own this big ass fucking snake. You fire, breathe, like you do, but like you split your head open from like
did.
go karting. I don't even know what it was, or shooting. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
TV.
You got shot?
No, I went shooting, and then I was
Oh.
in the desert or something.
I was like, damn, that's some gangster shit, Gina. Oh my God.
I have a rap album now because I got shot.
That just makes you like hotter. Cause you know, like guys, they want like a bitch that's been shot at, have better appreciation for life. You know what I mean?
I'll show you guys my bullet scar if you're lucky enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I split my head open when I was driving like a Rhino ATV and I flipped it. But so the YouTube channel, I'm on and off about it, but I wasn't ever like super passionate about it. You know, like I got up there, I think I have like 100 or 200,000, but I never really followed through because I was never in love with it. And then so a couple of years ago, the one thing that I know best since I was a kid is playing video games. It's been my huge passion since I was a child. Like it took me out of my like rough home, and I would play games and it would, you know, take my mind off of my issues at home, right? So my friends were like, dude, why don't you start streaming video games? And I'm like, I don't know about that. It's so anything that has to do with logistics, like paperwork, hardware and stuff like that, just I didn't like it. But I got picked up by a company. They're like, why don't we build you a computer? We'll sponsor you. and why don't you start streaming? And then I figured, all right, it's what I do every day anyways. I spend hours playing video games at home. Why not get paid for it? So I started streaming on Twitch, and I got partnered literally 5 minutes after my first stream.
Damn.
Which is really hard to do for a lot of, like,
my
getting
God.
partnered is insane.
She has a master's in gaming.
Yeah. Does that work for you, Bose?
Oh, I have a doctorate.
Oh, in gaming?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. She pulled out the dick. Who's dick's bigger
Put
now?
the D out, damn. So now I stream full time. Facebook headhunted me and signed me a contract onto their streaming platform. So I stream full time, and that's like my main thing. I can't be any happier just doing my favorite thing, just playing games all day, getting paid for it, talking to my fans. But I always stuck with JK the whole time. Like I've been filming with you guys for what, like 7-8 years now?
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yeah. And then I found this group of girls, which is really weird because I've always had like, I really do keep to myself. And I have maybe like 1 or 2 friends that I really keep close, and I barely see them at all.
Same.
Right?
Yeah, that's how it was for me.
With JK, I see them so often. And it was funny. It was hard for me to accept that I was a part of the JK family for the longest time. Like I was with them for like 6 years before like one day they're like, hey, do you want to come with us to our Japan trip? And I was like, me? You're invited?
It was like a company trip.
Yeah, it was a company trip. They're like, yeah, you're part of the family. I was like, oh my God. Because I always saw them as like,
Oh, what a creep.
Oh, I did the same thing when y'all invited me to Vegas.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right?
It's same. Yeah.
because it was like this huge channel and you guys have been around. Like I watched them when I was
Yeah.
in
It's
high
like,
school.
you guys want to be my friend?
Yeah, cool.
Why did you make it sound old as fuck? What do you mean I watched them when I was in high
I
school?
did. I saw Joe.
I'm not
and
that old.
She's
Gio, you're really old.
She's like 1,000.
I still look good.
She does.
You look the best out of most of us.
Yeah,
Dude.
she
Oh,
does.
nice.
The Amazonians.
I like it. She throws
Yeah.
me fucking under the bus and she picked me up and she
Yeah.
dusted me off.
I saw Gio
like
one
that.
day without makeup.
Oh,
and
it's
I
not
had
about
to
me
go
right now.
upstairs.
I was pissed.
It's not about me. We're talking about Gina. Go.
So they hit me up to go to Japan. I was like, holy shit, like I'm part of this family. And then like they're telling me things about themselves and I'm just still like, oh God. Like I felt like a stranger in your group. Like really? Cause like you guys have been together for so long, I feel like. And then after the Japan trip, you guys invited me to Vegas. I was like, oh my God, this is real, you know? And then so I started going to like their houses for fucking barbecues. And for a while, I still felt like I was a stranger. But then like after a while, especially with the girls group and everything, they put me in the girls group and we're talking about everything. And I
What
learned
girls group? The host base?
the host base.
Okay.
Yeah. And I started learning, like Tiffany started opening up. We started hanging, like Tiffany started hanging out we started hanging out because we would go to these events together.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, this is my real friend in JK. Like we're totally hanging out. Fuck yeah, you know?
Like we see each other outside of work.
Exactly.
That means it's real.
Yeah, it's real now. And then the group came out and then I started learning more and more about everyone during trips and stuff. And that's why I love the trips because we get to like hang out and really get to know each other. And then I realized like, this is my family. Like I have a group of girls. Like I used to see pictures of girls in a group together going to Vegas.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you guys do
That's
that?
exactly how I feel about this girls group. I've never had like a group of girlfriends like ever.
Yeah.
It was hard to pick bridesmaids because I was just like, oh, I have 2 high school friends.
Yeah,
Like
that was my issue too. I'm like, if I get married, I don't know who the fuck. Like, I'm gonna have just an empty wedding.
Yeah.
But then now it's just like I have these girls, and I think the one thing that solidified my friendship with these girls was I told Tiff and Gio this huge secret a couple years ago, and I assume that when you tell someone a secret, they tell their significant others, right? And then later on, I opened up about it to Bart and to Bart, and then Joe, whatever, too, and whatever. And I told him about it. Like, what, really? I was like, wait, the girls didn't tell you? They're like, no. And then Tiff and Gio.
Fuck no, ain't no rat.
Yeah, no ratas
The
in
old
here.
vault.
So
Fuck no.
Gio and Tiff looked at me. They're like, no, if you tell us a secret, we're not going to tell anyone. I was like, damn, these are some real bitches. So that like solidified my friendship with them. I was like, okay, I'm in. This is my family. And here we are at this podcast.
Yay.
And here I am playing video games till 3 a.m. and then filming a podcast, being here at 10 a.m.
Oh shit.
Beautiful.
You're on one. Okay.
I'm tired.
All right, baby. Let's go, baby
Wake
Beau.
up, baby Beau.
No, I am wide awake.
Did you hit the bong already?
you better have a master.
Okay, so we're doing like origin story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, are you just catching up? You're the last person. What the fuck?
Hello, everyone. My name is Beau's I am fucking annoying. Okay, but no, like I think we had like a pretty even distribution of like nobody wanted to be in entertainment. I didn't want to be in entertainment either, but like because I'm an only child and I just like take attention, it just kept happening. But actually, no bullshit, I wanted to be in music when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
Like I was
What kind?
Like,
What?
dude, I was mad depressed. So like I would like do
Screamo?
like
Emo?
No, I was like 6, dog.
Oh.
You were depressed at 6?
Oh hell yeah!
Same.
Like even so much so that like I think at like 6 or no, it was like maybe like 7 or 8. I used to play the piano, and for like one of those talent competitions in elementary school, I wrote this really gorgeous piano composition. This shit was called "Sleep Dear
wrote that?
Destiny."
Oh, wait a minute. You know when you do shit at 6 and you think you're really, really good at it?
No.
You look at it
I
when you're older
I
and you're
still
like,
have the tape of it, and it was
And it's
pretty.
really-
But this is what happened. So we submitted it, and I immediately got thrown out of the competition because they said there's no way that a child like did this. And so for me,
Wow.
that fucking hurt because it was like you like doing this thing, but you didn't do this.
Yeah.
Like it just goes full stop.
Who
like,
was that teacher? Let's go jump her.
Yeah,
Dude,
fuck
it was
'em.
like the whole school or whatever. So
go jump the whole school.
whoever was doing the thing. So like there was that shit, and then one day I was like singing a song and somebody told me to shut up, and then I was like, I don't ever want to do music again.
Oh my God.
So like that was like I always wanted to do music, and it's still like in me, but like I ain't gonna do it. So I keep.
Man, we gotta talk
do it.
about
Yeah,
that.
seriously.
Maybe not this time, but we're gonna talk about that.
I feel like you should write and perform the jingle for our stream when we or for
Oh my gosh.
You should totally do it.
Oh, that would be funny. But yeah, so like I kept like low key doing entertainment shit, and just I don't know, like my mom would throw me and stuff because like I just have a big personality. But so I don't know, I just kind of moved through life. I graduated at 16 because I got like thrown out of 3 different schools.
Where did you grow up?
Goodness.
Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, Virginia. I got kicked out of 3 schools, and so finally at the 4th one, they had like an online program. So I strapped the fuck in, graduated at 16. I started a business. I was out this bitch.
What kind of business?
I was doing promotions for clubs. I was the only person. I was like a child of the internet. I grew up playing video games too. So like I was making like flyers, and I was the only person making flyers in the area. I went to this DJ and I told him, I was like, hey man, because I did web design for like 5 or 6 years. I was like, hey dude, I'll make you 3 flyers for free, and then after that you have to pay me because I had to get my foot in the door somehow. And
At
he was
16?
Like, yeah, he
That's
was
fucking
like,
smart.
okay, cool. And so I did 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one, he just sent me an email with the request. I was like, yeah, I got you, but this time it's $50. And so then I started picking up every fucking club in the area. I was doing everything from like promotion to like, where do I put these flyers? How do we recap it? Like, and I was like meeting with like club managers and like talking about like, okay, what do you want to do for sexy schoolgirl night and all this shit. But then I started working in restaurants. That was the shit. I love working in restaurants. It's like fast life, hella trashy. You get drunk every night. Shit's tight. And then, so I'm getting to like how I got here. You know, you just got blown through the shit. So like Gina, I grew up playing video games. I started streaming on Twitch. Let me be clear. I played like League of Legends, mostly League of Legends.
Nerd.
I don't know what that means.
It's-
is that like
It's
is that
super-
bad?
It's a nerd game. It's
All
a
right.
nerd game.
All
Is
that
it
matters
embarrassing?
is that if I hit level 6, I'm going to skull fuck anyone. And so I wanted to publicly put that on the internet. Like I was pretty fucking good at this game at the time, and in my head, I was like a level 10, but I was more like a level 7, like good at this.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. And like, so I hopped on the website and I just started like live streaming me playing video games. And it was just this really angry black woman. Like it was like I think I was like plat 1 in League of Legends. So like I did pretty, I did pretty good.
Absolutely.
And so I started streaming. Things are going great. Like you make hella money doing it. But after about 3 years, my stream started plateauing. And I told my parents, I was like, okay, if things keep plateauing, because I keep mindful of that stuff, like there's a pattern with everything. I'm not going to wait for the next big hit. I was like, if things keep plateauing, I will go back to college and finish it out. So things are going okay. But then one day I get like this dude, he comes into my chat and he's like, hey Beau, I really like your stream. Do you have like a business email? And I'm like, this is a troll. I was like, fuck off, nerd.
You actually said that.
I basically ignored him. And so then the next day I get a tweet from this guy who like has like a legitimate profile. He's like an older dude. And he's like, hey Beau, tried to get in touch with you last night. Do you have a business email for me? And I was like, okay. So I give him my business email. And he was like, hey, I want to audition you for this thing. Like, do you have some time to talk? I just want to know your situation. So this dude calls me from a Beverly Hills number. And I'm like, hello, bitch.
Okay.
You know? And so he talks to me about this thing, says that it's like for this big audition. He's like, would you be willing to relocate to Los Angeles? You'll have to like do this. We'll go through a bunch of interviews, like da 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 da. And it was just so out of left field, you know? And so I took the interview and I found out that it was for Smosh. So I did like my first interview, like the phone interview, then I did a Skype interview, then I did another Skype interview, then I did a Skype interview with the whole cast, and I was just like boom, boom, boom. And they had a big pool of like 50 people and they were only gonna pick 2 or 3. And so I pass everything. They fly me out to go meet the cast and do like a 30-day like filming with them, see if I get along with everything. And we did Smosh Winter Games, and then at the end of it, my boss is like, he sits me down in the room. He's like, all right, we're gonna offer you a contract. And like I thought I was gonna fucking cry. Like I was so happy because like, you know, everyone beats themselves up and they think like, oh, I didn't make it, I didn't do good, whatever. He was like, we're gonna offer you a contract. And then my whole fucking life changed, you know? Like it really did. And you know, I had my ups and downs there, but like definitely forever grateful for that experience. Like who gets to move out to LA with a fucking salary and a job where you get to travel the country and play video games? Fucking sick. But that's where I met y'all. I think I just met Tiff.
Yeah.
At Smosh. We were filming with Smosh. We did like
I was on maternity leave.
Oh. Yeah, it was me, Julia, Joe. I think that's it.
Yeah. So I met them on set and like we were like mad chill and like I don't even know how it happened. Were you just like one day like, hey, do you want to?
Oh no, I wasn't even involved with that. I think it was. I don't even know who it was.
I don't remember who hit me up, but I was like, hell yeah, I want to come back. And then
for that. Yeah, I think it was Julia. She might have.
I think it might have been Julia. Yeah. But like then I just started like shooting with JK News and shit. And like after like the 3rd or 4th time, David was like, you're like the lost JK News member.
You fit in so well.
Yeah.
Dude, but I mean like it felt good. It felt like, and I feel like, you know, JK News has gotten a lot of publicity for like, these people are real and they're exactly who they say they are. Like, you know, Theo said that on Joe Rogan's podcast a while ago, and like it's fucking true. Like as soon as we turn these cameras off and we turn the mics off, it's the same bitches. Like we get a little quieter, we have our downtime, but it's the same bitches. And like I love that. I'm all about it. So, you know, I'm down to ride.
Yeah.
I work full time, but I'm still like down to shoot this podcast and like even just hang out with everyone, you know?
Yeah.
So Beau's was like our most recent addition. She's the newest one. So she had her first JK trip with us in Vegas like last month.
Literally 2 days of Tiff and I crying.
Yes. We bonded so much. It was amazing. I love it.
Oh damn.
And I got to be roommates with her, and it was just so much fun.
Oh, that was the best.
Yeah, we were like perfect together. We would like sit on our bed and just be on Reddit together at like 2 a.m.
My favorite part was like at one point with Gina and I were just on our phones and we're like, you want to get a bottle of wine and get drunk before dinner?
You want to call Tiffany over? Yeah, we called Tiffany. Y'all want to get drunk? All right, fuck it. And then all 3 of us shared a bottle of wine. And just
I don't
opened
remember
up.
that invitation.
I didn't get invited.
It's because you guys
had your guys.
Yeah, you guys had your guys.
Yeah, y'all 3 were supposed to link
Wait,
up.
you
and
had
then
your
us 3
husband
linked
too.
up.
We were fighting.
That's why we invited Tiff.
That's why I was there.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. So what made you guys want to jump in on a podcast? Because I remember I approached you guys and I was nervous as fuck, right? Because I respect all of you guys individually and I see you guys as like as my equals. You know what I mean? Not to say that I don't see a lot of people as my equals, but I just don't like a lot of people. Like I'm just not a people person.
Yeah.
Real honest bitches.
Yeah. I'm just like a very introverted person and I was so nervous to approach you guys with this idea because like I didn't want you guys to be like fuck no, like you with
this
with
loser?
us, like with me, like fuck no. So I was just like, hey, you guys, like I love the conversation that we have, like everyone's so raw, so open, so honest, like why don't we bring this to the public? Because I remember being in this host space chat and I was just like, whoa, like this is so much information I wish I would have known growing up.
Yeah.
You know, something as simple as like, even like a period conversation, which Nikki was like, so in the beginning, before we shot this podcast, I'm like, all right, guys, what are your boundaries? Nikki's like, I don't have any, just let's not talk about periods.
No, I said, I don't have any boundaries, but I don't think period talk is funny. So if you guys are going for period jokes, I'm out. But if you want to talk about like real menstrual stuff that like might help people, I
couldn't think of an
real menstrual stuff.
Like, you know,
That's
the other
how-
day we were talking about how like we couldn't figure out how to put in a tampon, and that's like actually some shit that
okay.
was helpful.
So shit
for
like
people.
that. I couldn't think of a
I don't
faster.
think any of us have like any one-liners for periods.
Well, I mean, that's how I mark my men.
Oh god.
I take my blood and I smear it on their
started,
forehead.
Nikki. It started.
That's what I'm saying. That's how it starts. So
Okay, wait.
Feel free to roll out of the shot.
I'm out.
You see your fucking legs. No, so I remember hearing these things and these topics that you guys were talking about, and the advice that people would bring in, chiming into the conversation, and I was like, holy fuck! Like this is so tight. Like where were you guys when I was growing up? You know, and I felt like the advice that you guys gave was very wholesome and very genuine and very honest. Like if it was something where one of the girls needed to get checked a little bit, or it wasn't like, no, like this did not happen at all, but like, no, you know what? Like I feel kind of fat, and like the other girls would probably be like, yeah, you can lose a little bit weight. Like it gets to that point, and I was just like, dude, I appreciate that because I've just never experienced such real caring, loving group. So when I saw all of that and how different we all were, I was like, dude, we got to bring this to the public. Cause I'm sure there's so many other little geos out there that are like, I'm lost. Like I don't have this group. I want to learn from a group like this, you know, or like see how they fucked up and see how I can avoid fucking up. But what made you guys go like, yeah, I'm down for that?
same thing. Like not having any girlfriends and then being part of a girls group for the first time ever where I felt not crazy. I always felt crazy. I always felt like, because I had my boyfriends have always been my best friends and that's it. You know, like I have them and they don't understand when I have like hormones and emotions from hormones and stuff like that. So I just like used to keep it to myself. Like I'm just crazy and it's not to be talked about. And when we joined the girl group and we were able to be open about that craziness and everyone was like, me too. I felt not alone for the first time in my fucking life. And it was so refreshing, and I wish that I had that earlier in my life. Where's the cry glasses?
Wait, I can see you crying.
I feel like my
They look cute on
experience
you.
of how I got here is like Gio. I don't even know if Gio's gonna like kill me or anything, but
No.
mine was more so like, all right, I'm on the couch. I'm on the couch with my man, and like you know, we were about to start hooking up. We were having a sexy time. I'm like crawling all over him. I'm like, like we're about to get like nasty, and it's that slow kind of nasty. That, like you know, it starts up real slow, and my phone keeps buzzing, but I'm just still like, you know, and then like we're going on for like 5 minutes, and my phone just brrr, bzz, 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 and then finally he's like, who the fuck is that?
Pick up the fucking phone.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, it's cool. And then, and I'm like, what the fuck? And so finally, like, I get off him. I'm like, all right. And I look at this and I just start scrolling through and y'all were all talking and shit. And I was like, I gotta do a podcast. Like, that's exactly how it happened. I think I texted back and I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then I was like, all right. That's how it happened.
the mic like this. What the fuck?
Because that's how I hold this face.
Oh, that's face. Okay, got it. I totally thought something else.
Oh, you thought that was the pain that
Got it.
No, that, dude, delicately, the face, you know?
All right.
The face.
I would delicately hold a dick.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to delicately hold a dick?
Sometimes.
Like,
sometimes.
I mean,
claw that shit in the beginning. Hello,
squeeze
wake
the
up.
shit out of it.
Squeeze the shit out.
Nice to meet you.
I think I started. I decided to jump on the podcast because, well, I mean, the weird thing is, I never bought into this whole podcast thing. Like everyone had a podcast. I'm like, do people really listen to this?
Yeah,
shit?
there's too many of them.
Yeah, there's so many because it started popping up out of nowhere, right? But I realized, well, one, I want an excuse and a reason to spend more time with the girls. Like I want to, you know,
That's honestly why I said yes.
yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
I want more reasons to hang out with you guys and bond with you guys and grow stronger, like grow our relationship stronger.
And you call me racist. You just enforced that fucking stereotype, girl.
So that was the main thing. But then also when I thought about it, I realized that, yeah, like when I was younger, I was the only child in the house full of adults and there was no older sister. There was no one to teach me about what was going on, like what the problems that I had and stuff like that. And I realized that ultimately what I want out of this podcast is entertainment, but also to be the bigger sister that our viewers need, to teach them things that we thought or that we wish that we knew back then, and to guide them through really terrible things. And the one thing that reminds me of it is that I used to do like meet and greets. I used to fly all over and do meet and greets. And there was this one girl that I did 2 meet and greets in my hometown. This one girl came to both of them, and each time she came to me, she would cry and be like, I love you so much, you know, you and your stuff get me through terrible things in my life. I'm going through so much, and I look up to you and you inspire me, and it gets me through my hardest days. And then like seeing her cry like that made me, I saw some sort of familiarity in that cry. I'm like, I know that cry and I know what that is. And so that's why that was, another reason why I decided to jump on the podcast, because I want to talk about the things that other people are afraid to talk about. I want to talk about things that kids or teenagers and stuff are afraid to come out to talk about. And hopefully they can find some sort of strength and inspiration in us to get through their hard times and grow like how we did through our hard times. And maybe we can be their family too.
Yeah.
Type.
Yeah, that's honestly like why. So for me, I do think about little Tiff and like if she had this group of friends, like where would she be now? But I guess for me, it's harder to place myself in a position where like I'm giving myself the responsibility for other people. So I try not to get into that headspace because then I'll get really into my own head. But for me, the main reason why I wanted to do this podcast is to spend more time with you girls, because I really do feel like, yes, we're close in that chat, but it's like face-to-face interaction for me is more important. So that is the main reason why I'm like, yeah, I'm down for this. Beau's again.
What?
Did you do something?
I didn't.
Oh, I heard
Can y'all edit out my bodily functions? I don't know when to pull away.
Because I'm
Sometimes
like,
it just-
every time I speak, Beau's has
you have great ears. Oh, the headphones.
yeah.
HyperX headphones. Thanks for the sponsorship. Thank you.
Thank you, HyperX.
But yeah, so yeah, and I also like right now, currently in my life, this moment, like I feel like I just really need something like this. And where's this cry glasses?
Oh, they're right there. They're right there.
It's a well-rounded.
But yeah, like I really, really like current Tiff really needs this group like badly.
Support,
So
some people to stand next to.
Yeah.
And it's such a well-rounded group of girls from all different walks of life. We have mothers, we have wives, we have single ladies. Like we have like unmarried, we have like college people,
We have teen mom.
yeah, teen mom.
What am I? Am I just unmarried?
You're single.
Both unmarried. We're good.
I mean, but it was like single ladies, and then she looked at me and she was like, unmarried.
You're in a relationship.
Like, can I have a cat?
you're a full-time girl.
Yeah.
You're the full-time girl.
Company woman.
We have like business women. We have like, it's such a huge, like it's a hodgepodge of all different walks of life. And I feel like viewers can find a little bit of themselves in each and every one of us.
Like the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
That dude, yes. I was like,
I'm the white one.
I can't. Oh,
Hey.
Sad Spice.
Dude, that's the more white.
I'm with you, girl.
I'm tired,
Damn,
Spice.
I'm with you.
Tired.
Okay, Jess, last for you. What made you accept
I think
it?
just a culmination of all of those. But I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like I was one of the first people that you brought it up to when we were in the car.
I was.
And for me, I think it was surprising that I would be invited to it because I don't see myself as entertaining or anyone would even want to hear what I have to say.
You're so fucking funny, and you're so like your delivery of the shit that should be probably softened. It's just so dry. I fucking love it.
It's like you don't say much, but when you do,
You drop
it hits.
bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Plus, you're white, so this is like perfect.
Yeah, we need the
like the United
diversity.
Nations.
We need the privilege.
Yeah. I just said I don't know how to follow up.
We need the privilege. It helps us a lot. Like if we get pulled over, you're sitting in the front seat.
Yep. You're gonna be like, can I see your badge number, officer? I would never say that.
I'm the Becky, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the manager. I'll figure shit out for us. I'll get us, whatever we need. I think I was just surprised that I was seen as someone worthy to be like on an entertainment show. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. And then I started thinking more like I'm just in the same boat. Like, didn't ever have a huge group. I always had a couple friends, but I think a lot of people nowadays. The way social media is set up and the way people's lives are, everyone's just so alone. People feel like more separated. There's not much of a community anymore. So I know that I feel better when I listen to a podcast. Like if I'm alone all day and like I have a bunch of errands to run, I don't get to really see people, but I get to like listen to a podcast and feel like I'm still interacting with someone and it brightens my day. So I just felt like contributing to that for someone else would mean a lot to me. So that's why I did it.
Damn, I fucking love this. This is so dope. And you guys, trust me when I say this. I'm not like trying to sell you some shit, but like we're clearly doing it for selfish reasons here. So you know that shit's going to be very genuine because it's like we're doing it really for ourselves because we're enjoying it. And you so happen to have like this invitation to just kind of be a fly on the wall. And I think it's a lot of fun. And the few topics that we're going to, not the few, but the next videos that we're going to be talking about are going to be really dope topics like dick sizes. And we're going to be talking about like how to deal with the breakup and sliding into DMs and how to talk to women.
Yeah,
So
we need to teach y'all how to slide into DMs. We really do.
So the topics are going to be anything and everything with life and love and sex and relationships and work and being young 20s, being in your 30s. Like I'm 35. I'm going to be 36 this year.
I'm still in my 20s until like another month. So
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
We
so-
have my last year
How
of my
many
20s.
30s and how many 20s we got?
I turned 30 in November.
I turn 30 next month.
I turned 30 in like 3 years. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Old bitches.
But yeah, trust me when I say this podcast is going to be sick as fuck and you don't want to miss anything. And yeah, I think we're reaching the end of our podcast here, y'all. Our first ever Hey Bitch.
Hello, bitches.
Thanks for getting to know us.
Yes.
Yeah,
this is
thanks
fucking
for
awesome.
listening.
Hopefully we didn't scare you away and you guys want to hear more from us. Hopefully you found your favorite.
If you're sounding needy,
Spice
Gina,
Girls.
you tell
Okay,
it down a notch.
yeah.
I
Don't
give
leave
you
us.
guys a challenge that by the end of the third episode, you have to pick your favorite.
Yeah.
Like you gotta,
Ooh, I
you gotta
like
have your
that.
girl.
I
Like
like
you
it.
gotta listen to 3 episodes.
No one
really-
picks me for the
because
baseball team. No,
you
this is
will
traumatizing.
You might have somebody that right now you're like, oh, I'm most like this person. You got to give it 3 episodes till you pick your favorite, and then but like don't tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't want to know.
We're just gonna randomly we're gonna create merch with our face on it and then just buy that.
Oh my
Just buy
God.
that.
And,
That's a nightmare. That's traumatizing.
Cast your vote with cash.
In completely unrelated news, giving out free hand jobs for my vote. Okay,
She's got really soft hands, y'all.
The softest.
Wow, I heard that rough hands do better on the dick.
Oh shit.
I've got dinosaur paws. So
You do. I told you that. I was
Dinosaur
like,
claws. Yeah, like my hands are like the least feminine hands out of all of us.
no, that yours are like androgynous.
Yeah.
Jess literally has little dinosaur
I
paws.
could be like a lesbian.
Like, close your eyes. Picture Barney's hand. It's Jess's.
Yeah, those are my hand. Dinosaur paws.
I just imagine a fucking T-Rex with like bear paws and it's the cutest thing in the world. Holy shit.
All right, y'all. So before I head out, I want to say a special thanks to our sponsors. Thanks again to Third Love and Honeybook. So for 50% off your perfect bra, 15. Go to thirdlove.com/bitch. That's BTCH. All right, so it's BTCH.
BTCH.
Yep.
No I.
No I.
Took out the
Don't
I.
curse.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. And then for 50% off your first year, that's a first year, come on, y'all, of Honeybook, go to honeybook.com and use promo code BTCH. Get paid faster and work smarter with promo code BTCH.
Honeybook, 50% off. That's a good deal. I'm
Right.
trying to
Damn.
Yep. And then lastly,
Oh, and shout out to HyperX for providing these awesome peripherals. We have our headsets from them. Thank you so much for standing by my side from my stream to our podcast. Thank you, HyperX.
Nice.
thank you and bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch. Goodbye, bitches.